Hi folks, just a quick video here to update you on where we are now with Leaving Cert History. So as of Friday, we finished the Irish History course. That leaves us now with the two document-based questions to complete between now and the end of the month. So we're well on track. Now, the first of the two we're going to look at is the space race and the 1969 moon landing. So I'll take you through this now, and then I'll give you your work to do. So the first thing to look at is the background of the space race. You've got to understand that it was a key part of the Cold War that developed between capitalist America and communist Russia after World War II. While there was never a direct confrontation during the Cold War between the two countries, it was felt if there ever was, the country with the best technology, especially best military technology, would be victorious. And I suppose what was tied into that was space exploration, because when it came to exploring space, rocket technology was vital. So in other words, to get satellites or animals or people to the moon, you need great rockets. But of course, the thing with rockets, they can be used for other things as well. For example, launching missiles at your enemy. So beginning in the 1950s through the 60s and up to the mid of the 1970s, there was a huge rivalry between America and Russia when it came to exploring space. Okay. Now, this is the presentation I want you to go through and take notes down from. Okay. So, you're going to see how both superpowers invested huge sums of money and great resources into the space race. And to begin with, America led the way. Second, now, I'm going to just change view here if I can. America led the way. And I suppose proof of that would be things like America were first to develop the atomic bomb, which they used against Japan at the end of the war. Again, as you'll see in the slides, in 1952, America were first to use the hydrogen bomb. Okay. Now, when it came to the atomic bomb, it took the Russians 4 years to develop their one. It took them another year after the Americans to develop their hydrogen bomb. So you can see the Americans are closing the gap. Now, why the Americans led the way in the first place, I suppose they had the better scientists, the likes of Werner von Braun. And again, as you'll see in the presentation, he was a rather interesting figure. A fellow with a fairly checkered past, because he was a farmer. He was, like, I suppose from the name, you'd guess he was German, but he was also a former Nazi. But these were the kinds of people now the Americans were prepared to bring in and help them beat the Russians in the space race. Okay. Now, what I'm going to ask you to do is to go through the slides. You will have a look at America's early success and then this huge turning point, October 1957, where the tide turns and the Russians actually pass out the Americans in terms of their space and rocket technology. And that came in the form of the launch of the satellite Sputnik 1. Okay? Now, you'll see the reaction to that in America was not good. It was one of shock. They could not believe that their greatest enemy had passed them out. And what you'll see through the 1950s and 60s is at every turn, the Americans are behind the Russians. Okay? So what I want you to do is, would you work away right up to slide number, I think it's number 52. 1 second, I'll bring it up here now. Yeah, that's the one. Go up to the point where was it? This one here, these ones here, Yuri Gagarin became the first man to orbit the Earth. And slide 50, okay, a nice round number there. Go as far as there. John F. Kennedy's reaction to that. His reaction to another great Russian first when it came to the space race. All right, lads. So again, very quick video. I hope that was of help. But what I'm doing here now is laying the foundations for the 1960s, when America became even more determined to beat the Russians when it came to landing on, guess what? The moon, right? And that's the whole idea of this case study. All right, let's work away. You're doing great work. Keep those essays coming in. Maybe before the end of the week, I'll set you another essay. But let's keep it up. All right, bye-bye for now.